Hi everyone, I'm Sophia with Awaken Catholic, and this is Awaken the Saint. If you've learned about more than a few saints, you might have started to notice an odd pattern. So many of them, even those who aren't martyred, die before they grow very old. Today's saint, Agnes of Montepulciano, lived to be almost 50 years old. Not bad for a saint, but many who knew her undoubtedly wish she would have lived longer. Agnes was born in Italy in 1268. She entered into a Franciscan monastery at the exceptionally young age of 9. She was so devout and so quick to learn that she was trusted with the role of housekeeper when she was 14. Soon after, the people of Proceno asked the sisters if they would send a nun to take charge of a new convent they had started. Agnes, still only 15 years old, was seen as the best choice for this role, even though it was against church law for someone her age to enter into such a position. The sisters were determined, and were able to obtain special permission from the Pope so that Agnes could become the prioress. Feeling that she was not worthy of her new station, Agnes redoubled her efforts towards self-discipline. For the next 15 years, she survived on only bread and water and slept each night on a hard floor. During this time, many miracles occurred around her. She was known to multiply food to feed the hungry, and those who were afflicted with all kinds of illnesses were said to have been cured just by being near her. The people of Montepulciano, who had been so sorry to see Agnes leave, were not long to be outdone and constructed their own monastery in the hopes of winning her back. They got their wish, and in 1306, Agnes was returned to her home in order to be prioress there. The monastery prospered under her leadership, and she led it faithfully for a decade before her health began a steep decline. At others' recommendation, Agnes visited a spring that was said to have healing properties. They probably figured that if anyone could be miraculously healed, it was her. But the visit didn't improve her health in the slightest, and within a year, she was claimed by her illness. However, miracles continued to occur around her, and her body was discovered to be incorrupt years after her death. She was canonized in 1726 by Pope Benedict XIII. Even though Agnes had done many miracles, including curing ills, she was not cured of her own ailment. It's not strange to ask why, especially when we ourselves are faced with an unexpected or early death. We might feel like we need an answer. Why does it sometimes seem like the faithful are punished instead of rewarded? From a saint's perspective, however, death is never a punishment. They don't seek it, but neither do they try to avoid it. They gladly surrender themselves completely to God's will. That said, we're not expected to be jumping for joy when people die. It's natural that we grieve. But we don't grieve because they've been deprived of life. We grieve because we've been deprived of them. Suffering and death, no matter the time and place, are not a waste. God can use them too. And if we ever need a reminder of that, we need only to look at the cross in preparation for the resurrection. St. Agnes of Montepulciano, pray for us.